Hello and welcome to this week's topic, leading and leadership. It's said that managers have staff, leaders have followers, and this gives us an idea into the difference between managers and leaders. Leadership is one function of management, and we've looked at the four functions of management: planning, leading, organising resources, and then controlling or measuring. And leadership is one function of management because it's so important. We manage resources, but we lead people. So leaders inspire effort and they motivate staff. Leaders provide a vision, and a vision is a goal of the future or an idea of where we want to get to in the future. So this is one of the most important roles of leaders, to provide inspiration and direction and an idea of what it might look like when we get to where we want to be, whether we want to be the biggest or the best in our industry. The leaders provide this vision and then a direction and a map for how to get there. Now, leaders possess power, undoubtedly, but there's a couple of different types of power that leaders have. Leaders firstly have position power, and position power allows them to punish or reward people, and this is one of their forms of power. But even more importantly, leaders have personal power, and personal power is what makes them an expert in something. They use their influence and their knowledge and their understanding and their extensive experience to guide and train and support and motivate others. We can call this charisma as well, and we see charisma in some of the great leaders, and this is what makes them attractive and what encourages people to follow great leaders, their charisma. Sometimes a leader and a manager are the same thing, but frequently they're not. An organisation will have a manager who can look after the day-to-day tasks in a business, production for example, and then a leader who can be involved in the higher order management and administration and looking at where we go to in the future. Leadership theory we study in management because it provides us insights into how to be better managers and how to be better leaders and what employees respond to best. Leadership theory focuses on a couple of different things. It focuses firstly on a concern for task or production, which is important in a business, but it also needs to have a concern for people and relationships in a business. There's actually a number of styles that we refer to, management styles that we refer to. And broadly speaking, there's three management styles. The first we refer to is authoritative or authoritarian management. A manager that uses their authority to rule, do as I say. Secondly, participative management, and we sometimes call this bottom-up management rather than top-down, where a manager involves all of the employees in decision-making from the bottom-up, participative management. And the third type of manager we sometimes refer to as laissez-faire, or let it do whatever you want to do. Laissez-faire, hands-off manager, who just allows their employees to basically do whatever they like. None of these styles are best, but there's a number of different styles, different situations where we can use a different style, depending on the contingency, which we'll get to. Modern management has reached a stage where it believes that the best approach to management is contingent on the situation, contingent on the organisation, on the task, on the country, on the culture, and on the experience of the workers. One of the management models that we use to describe contingency management was developed by Hersey and Blanchard. Hersey and Blanchard are academic theorists, and their model says that we either sell, tell, or delegate tasks to followers, depending on their level of experience and maturity. The best management is a combination of different styles depending on the situation. And we can identify these styles broadly as either transactional, where we conduct management through tasks, whether we lead through goal accomplishment, and transformational, which is approaching management through people. Focus on inspiration, on motivation, on charismatic appeal. And an example of this was Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs was a very, very charismatic, innovative leader who brought out the best in his people, a transformational leader who developed inspiration and innovation in his people, and that was the source of a lot of the incredible development that we've seen in Apple. So, good leaders bring out the best in their people. They realise the potential of their people, and they help their people to express that potential and to become all that they can be. This overviews some of the issues in leading and leadership. Thank you.